Hey guys, welcome back. Today we'll be converting this messy understair area into a clean and functional entryway, including storage for shoes, coats, and even a robo bag. For nearly a year, we were using our understair area inefficiently with a measly shoe rack and bags left on the floor. I took measurements of the whole area and modeled it in CAD to work out the design. Doing so really saves headaches midway through the project. Then, tape is used to mark where the framework will be installed. A couple of dining chairs were used to get a feel for the scale before committing to the design. The base frame is made from 70 by 35 pine. In hindsight, this frame could have been made using 18mm plywood to provide more usable space between the drawers. But using dimensional lumber was the easiest for me. A top piece is needed above each cross member. This will allow mounting to the wall studs and also provide a mounting surface for the drawer runners. Before securing them to the frame, I checked the drawer specs and marked their screw locations to avoid those during this step. Because I didn't have extra long screws, I will counterbore the top piece. Marks replicated for all pieces. Then glued and screwed together. Clamp on both sides to keep them vertically aligned. A laser is used to make sure the frame will be aligned with the stair face. More tape is used to mark the laser lines. Frame is first secured onto the baseboard on the left side. Shims were used to make sure the frame is level. A crossbar is mounted onto wall studs to prevent the frame from lifting up when the heavy drawers are extended. Ensuring the position is aligned. Some of you may be asking why I didn't just screw the frame straight into the floor. I'm hesitant to do so as patching holes in the skirting and drywall is easier than replacing floorboards if this unit ever needs to be removed. For the front uprights, a level is clamped onto the stair face for reference. Then the diagonal line can be marked and cut. I realized I should also make sure these align with the face along the top so the laser is back. For sections that was too tall to clamp the level, I first transferred the position using masking tape. Since I was installing these vertical pieces with a diagonal screw on the bottom, I found it tends to pull the column in that direction. To overcome this movement, I shimmed the column 3mm to the left so when the screw pulls it right, it'll be perfect. Next, drywall anchors were used to secure a vertical batten. This forms the framing for the new false wall. So the main frame is basically done. I've added these noggins here so that the plasterboard has somewhere to attach nicely on the top, and I've also added these pieces on the top so that we can attach the MDF nicely to cover up the wood. More 3mm MDF facing strips cut then nailed to the frame. Strips were cut longer, then trimmed for a perfect fit. Same for the verticals. I find doing this much easier than trying to measure every single piece out. The joints were sanded and gaps filled. Front framing painted white. Drawer slides installed, making sure they are level. Okay, it's a new weekend. I've got 3 brand new sheets of 12mm ply and a cutlass, so let's get these drawers made. I was afraid 12mm plywood would be too weak for these large drawers, but to my surprise, they are plenty strong enough. Drawers were built simply with glue and brand nails. Building drawers in this way is very simple, and as long as you make your cuts square, you don't even need special clamps to hold them together. For the shelves, I nailed support strips in place prior to drawer assembly. Moment of truth, testing the drawer fitment on the slides. Drawers were positioned in height by using pine lumber and 6mm plywood as a shim. After test fitting the first drawer, I found it actually a bit tight, so I'm actually going to shave off probably like 0.5 millimeter from where the drawer mounts, and that should give us a better fit. First, I punched any nails deeper in to avoid hitting them with my saw. When I was happy with the fit, the drawers were sanded then painted white to match. We weren't too particular with the painting, as these would be hidden and will get dirty with shoe storage anyways. Having help around the shop always makes things easier. Automotive carpet was added to finish off these drawers. I had to shorten some screws to avoid them poking through the plywood when mounting the drawers. Screws were mounted on scrap, then grinded to length. Next, the push to open mechanism is installed. Scrap board is clamped on the drawer to adjust the mechanism position. With the internals installed, the false wall can go up. Again, this was cut oversized, then measured to fit precisely. First the stair angle, then trimmed to match the front face. I made a note of the framing positions for screw holes. These were transferred to the MDF wall, then installed. Filled and sanded before final painting. For the drawer fronts, oversized 12mm MDF panel was cut then propped up to the desired height. Using a 3mm piece to mark the cut line on the top results in a nice even gap. Spacer blocks used to allow the screws from the drawer to reach the front. Then the panel is pushed into screws to get mounting points. Magnet latch positioned and attached. Masking tape removed and reapplied 3mm away from the frame for caulking. I didn't film the caulking process as this was actually my first time doing it for something where looks were critical. I followed the tips from this particular video, which really helped out. The main takeaways I implemented were, rather than flooding the joint with caulk then scraping most away, I only applied a little more than what's needed and just smoothed the surface over. This reduces caulking waste and gives cleaner lines. I was very pleased with the results I achieved. Sealing all the gaps give it a very polished look. Now the drawers are ready to be filled. For the tallest drawer, I added hooks for our coats. These drawers have unlocked so much accessible storage under the stairs. To complete the area, I made a simple bench with cushion and installed it flush against the wall, leaving just enough room to house our robot vacuum. I just had to make this black cord white. I think Rocky likes his new home. A set of cute wooden pebble coat hooks were installed above the bench for our guests to hang their coats. I'll post a video for these soon, so subscribe if you want to see how I made them. The area is now super functional where all the essentials are in arm's reach whenever heading out for the day. And with this storage system in place, it makes maintaining a clutter-free entryway ever so easy as everything has a home to live in.
So what do you think of the project? Is it something that would benefit your home? Let me know down in the comments below. If you've liked the video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. Other than that, thanks for watching till the end, and I'll see you in the next MXC builds.